Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Football. Match day 12 is here. The round of 16 semi-final, second leg. The round of 16 second legs are here. 3 transfers for everyone to make this this time round. Let me know how your team is looking as I go through my team. But yeah, at least 1 hour and 50 minutes until the deadline hits. But as always, we will go through the team news that we have so far at the moment. We will be going through the changes that I've made, the most popular players this week and everything, and obviously your questions as always. We already have a few team news, obviously from Real Madrid, who always give theirs very, very early, and obviously a few others. Ray, how are you? Nice seeing you as always. How are you, Johnny? Nice seeing you as always. Let's see. Ray, straight to your question first. Girassi, Mbappe, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Rogers, Salah, Dembele, Adeyemi, Chan, De Vrij, Rudiger, Gabriel, Bastoni are thinking long term and get rid Girassi to Ken and Dembele to Odegaard, Musiala. That's how I usually think, Ray. I usually think long term as well. For example, like since I know Club Brugge are out, I would usually take out the Club Brugge players and bring in players who are going to be there next round, so that I have extra transfers for the next match day. But obviously, we have a few players who are going to miss out that we had to transfer out first. So with Guirassy, though, it's a 50-50 because we don't know whether Guirassy if the game is 1-1. Guirassy could easily go through to the next round. Guirassy to Ken, Dembele to Odegaard or Musiala. With Odegaard, I don't trust Odegaard this time round because there could be rotation, and personally, I don't want him to play that game at all. So there is that. So in your team, the problems are, I saw your message on Bastoni as well. Could remove Bastoni, as I'm hearing he might not play. That's what I've heard as well. And the accounts that say that are usually very accurate. And I've already taken out Bastoni from my team. So Raya, Chesney, those ones will play. Bastoni, nope. Gabriel, I don't, the 4 players that don't want to play in terms of being an Arsenal fan is Gabriel, Timber, Rice, and Odegaard. I don't want to see those guys anywhere near the pitch. I want Saliba to play for 45 minutes and then get subbed off. So there's a lot of ways that I can do it. You can have Calafiori and Kivia as the centre backs. You could have Calafiori and Saliba. You could decide to have Saliba and Kivia. You could decide to have Ben White as a centre back. But we don't get too many opportunities to rest players, and this is a chance now we have. And there's going to be international break coming up, and Gabriel and Saliba will both play a lot of games. So for me, I dressed Gabriel today. Rudiger will definitely play. De Vrij, they just announced like an hour ago that De Vrij is going to start. Chan, Adeyemi, Dembele, Salah, Rogers. Your forward line looks okay. Guirassy, Lewandowski, Mbappe, all of them have something to play for. Rafinha, Rogers. I would wish to have an Aston Villa player, but it was not possible. Yeah, so your team, I think, looks good. Apart from obviously the defenders like Gabriel and Bastoni could be not starting. Mahomes, how are you? Captain Martinez for Inter, Rafinha for Barcelona. For me, I'm going to say Rafinha for Barcelona for sure. Johnny, yes, according to what was done, let me just read for you where I saw that piece of news a few moments ago. Let's see. Where are you? De Vrij. De Vrij is now expected to start according to Inter Extra, who are very accurate in terms of the team news. So the Inter Milan's predicted lineup says De Vrij is going to start alongside Bishek and Pavard, and then Dumfries at right wing back, Augusto at left wing back, Fratesi, Chananoglu, Mkhitaryan in the midfield, and then Thuram and Taremi. Now that also has Lautaro Martinez not playing Mahomes. That predicted lineup says Lautaro Martinez doesn't play as well today, so want to keep an eye on. What's up, FIFA bots? Nice seeing you as always. Just say the best Arsenal player to pick in midfield and defense. You see what I've done in my team? I've brought in Sterling. I think I've gone crazy. I've brought in Sterling in my team, but I had to. Why? Because I had the second choice goalkeeper from. So let me go through my team, and then I'll tell you those 2 players. So my team at the moment, or before I made the transfers, I had Martinez, the second choice goalkeeper, Josep Martinez from Inter Milan. And I also had Bastoni from Inter Milan as well. And I also had Olmo in midfield. So we've been told that Sommer is going to start and Bastoni is not going to start. So already I had 2 Inter Milan defenders and both of them are predicted not to start. So I had to sort those ones out. Now I could think long term, just like Ray said earlier on. I could just decide to keep Bastoni in my team because I know he's going to start the quarterfinal. But the problem with that is I need Inter Milan defenders for now because they keep a lot of clean sheets. So I had to bring in Sommer for the second choice goalkeeper, and there I had to spend 0.5 million extra. And then I had to take out Bastoni and bring in Dumfries, which is also another, I think, 0.4, 0.5 million extra. So when I made those 2 transfers, I was short by 1 million. So I had to get 1 million from somewhere. So it was either I take out Gabriel for 4.5 million defender, which I don't think there's too many. Either I take out Schlotterbeck, there's no way I could take out Michele, the Club Brugge defender, because I can't get a 4.1 million defender, 3.6 million defender, sorry. I can't take out Salah. I couldn't take out Rafinha. I couldn't take out Mbappe or Lewandowski or Guirassy. So the only ones I considered taking out are Guirassy, Musiala, and Olmo. Now, yesterday it was reported that Olmo might not start today. I think he will start, but it was either taking him out or taking out Musiala to bring in a player. So I decided to just keep Musiala in the team because Bayern are definitely going to be in the next round. They don't want to have that headache in the next round. So the only player I could take out from my team was Olmo. So after I took out Olmo from my team, I had 7.2 million remaining in the bank. And with that, I wanted to bring in an Arsenal player because last time I didn't really have any Arsenal players and Arsenal scored 7 goals. That is the second time I've done that whenever we played PSG, PSV didn't have an Arsenal player. And since Gabriel might not start, I had to get in an Arsenal player, at least one of them. It was either Sterling or someone like a Declan Rice who's going to start. I couldn't afford Odegaard. I could even afford, maybe he could have afforded Trossard, but I think I'm not 100% sure that he's going to play 90 minutes. So it was either I bring in Trossard or I couldn't even afford Martinelli. Martinelli was my first choice because I think he's going to start, but I couldn't afford him neither. So it was either I bring in Trossard, Merino, or Sterling. Now, I think Sterling will definitely play because he doesn't play the other games. He's not been great at all this season. He's definitely going to leave Arsenal at the end of the season. But he's the one that is probably 100% going to start. So with my silly self, I decided to go for Sterling in my team, which is crazy. It sounds absolutely crazy, but if he does do something in this game, I'd be over the moon. Surely he does something. He's not done anything for us the whole season. Surely he does something in this game, even an assist. So when he played a couple of match days ago, was it against Girona? He almost scored. He had a penalty that he missed, and he had a couple of other shots on target that almost went in. So I'm hoping that is the case as well. I've heard Vats won't play. Is it true? Yeah, he's injured. I don't think they'll play him. He's definitely injured. Pavard for Grimaldo. I don't know. I don't think Grimaldo is a bad choice, depending on how Bayern Munich approach. Unless you're already building to the future, to the quarterfinals, so you're expecting Grimaldo to be out of this round. But since Bayern Munich might adapt a defensive way in the game, that could mean Grimaldo might keep a clean sheet. But also, since Bayer Leverkusen have to attack if they want to go for it, then Grimaldo becomes a good option. But depends on how the rest of your team looks, John. If you already have Inter Milan defenders, at least a couple of them, you can stick with it. But if you only have like one, then Pavard for Grimaldo is fine. So to answer your question, FIFA Boss, the best Arsenal players to pick in defense and midfield. Defense, I'd say Ben White, I think, is one who's definitely going to start. And then midfield, I am going to say Martinelli, if you can afford him. I couldn't afford those players, so there's that. Will Bastoni play? Not according to the predicted lineups. Nope, I took him out of my team already. Should I pick Yamal? I think that is... I've had Yamal like 3-4 times. It's not really gotten the points for me. Like, it's not an explosive asset. It's just like, let's say it's like Odegaard in terms of fantasy football. Odegaard picked up a lot of points last time round, but he's maybe going to do that once or twice in a season. Same with Yamal. Players like Rafinha are going to get 10 plus points like 5 times in the Champions League campaign, but Yamal will do it maybe twice. He usually gets the assist before the assist, or he's going to get the assist, probably more than a goal in a game. So if there's other better options, I'd go for the other options. But if you don't have too much Barcelona coverage, then you can go for Yamal. William Sommer starting goal. Yes. Thinking of going Bastoni to Dumfries. I'll take a chance with De Vrij. In midfield, I'll switch Dembele to Musiala, and I'll think about Guirassy till Barcelona lineup and then decide. So Bastoni to Dumfries, I did that myself, and that's why I had to get money. I had to take out Olmo. I think Olmo is going to start and is probably going to do something, but that's the only way I could have afforded to bring in Sommer and Dumfries. In midfield, I'll switch Dembele to Musiala. That's fine. And then I'll think about Guirassy till Barcelona lineup. So you don't have any other problems in your team, right? Guirassy, Mbappe, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Rodgers. All those look okay. To be fair, if I was in your position, I'd probably take out Bastoni, Gabriel. I'd actually maybe take out Adeyemi. I know he scored last time, but since it's an away game, I have a feeling Lille could win. Will Odegaard start? I don't want him to start. I don't know if Arteta will start him. We've literally never had an opportunity to rest Odegaard since he came back from injury in November. Never. And since he's going to go for international break and play twice for Norway, I would bench him and play Nwaneri in that position. Hopefully, Arteta does the same. Bellingham or Dembele for this week? I'd go for Bellingham. PSG was so close to scoring so many times against Liverpool. I think both of them are going to return this week, maybe an assist or a goal. If I was to predict points right now, I'd say maybe Bellingham gets 6 points and maybe Dembele gets 5 or something. Long-term thinking, yep. Yamal or Bakola, Odegaard. For this week, from those 3, I'd say Yamal. Then I'll take Adeyemi to Martinelli. Adeyemi to Martinelli. Okay, that's good. For Arsenal coverage, I think Martinelli is going to start. He's the only one that I can really predict to start with Ben White. The rest is hard. For me, what I want with the players I want to start are Trossard up front, Martinelli on the right, Sterling on the left, Nwaneri, and then Zinchenko in midfield with Partey. And then at the back, I want Saliba, Ben White, Calafiori, and Lewis Kelly. And then Saliba off at halftime. How are you doing, RK? Nice seeing you. As always, Disasi Digne in for Gabriel. Ooh, from those ones, I'd go for Disasi. He's the one who's Digne is a rotation risk. If my captain doesn't work out tonight, should I captain Kane, Mbappe, or Demi for tomorrow? From those 3, of Kane, I'm not sure. I don't know how much they're going to attack tomorrow. So I'd say Mbappe, Kane, Adeyemi in that order. Or Guirassy to Kane or Adeyemi to Martinelli. Guirassy to Kane, no, I'd go Adeyemi to Martinelli. I feel like PSV might not even bring most of their players, so it could be another like 3 or 4 goals in that game. So you're going to get a lot of chances again. That is a very, very tight games. Rank the best 5 forwards just for this match day. If it's just for this match day, I'm going to say Lewandowski first, for sure. Against Benfica, that is always a great option. There's so many tough fixtures. I have Guirassy and Mbappe, but I don't think they have the best fixtures. So I'm going to say Lewandowski first, Watkins second against Club Brugge. And then I'm going to say... so tough. FIFA Bosta is so tough. So Lewandowski, Watkins. I'm going to have Kane 4th. I'm going to have Guirassy 3rd and then Mbappe 5th. That's how I'm going to have it. So Lewandowski and Watkins first. All the others are tricky. All the others are tricky. I know I can mention Kane and I can mention Vinicius, but all of them have tough fixtures. Will both Gabriel and Saliba start? No chance. No, it would be crazy if we started both of them. We are playing Chelsea on the weekend as well, and Since we didn't beat Man United, if Chelsea beat us, we're in a top 4 race, which is not ideal. You have to beat Chelsea, so I would even bench both of them, to be honest. It's not no need for them to play. I don't think PSV are going to score 8 goals. Surely not. So for my team, I have Sommer and Martinez in goal. Sommer today, then Martinez tomorrow. Martinez has been training today, according to reports, so that is good news. I've just hit the mic. Sorry. So defensively, I have Dumfries who's coming for Bastoni. Hakimi is there. He might get eliminated later today. Schlotterbeck, Gabriel, and Michaela from Club Brugge. So again, if I had like a wildcard or a limitless, I would probably have De Vrij as well, Inter Milan defense. I'd maybe have Ben White from Arsenal. I wouldn't have Mikel and Hakimi. But that is my defense. Musiala, Dembele, Rafinha, Salah, and Sterling in the midfield. Don't ask me why Sterling is in my team. It's just because that's the only player I could afford, and that is my differential, I guess. And then up front, Guirassy, Mbappe, and Lewandowski. So the 3 transfers I've made are scrolling down the bottom. So from the team that I have here, 15 players, the players that I expect to be eliminated are Michele from Club Brugge, that's 1. Hakimi and Dembele, that's 2 and 3. Although, again, I wouldn't be surprised if PSG won that game. Or if they got a draw in the PSG game, then maybe they would have won. But I feel like it could be a draw, but it's going to be enough for Liverpool to go through. So Hakimi and Dembele could be out next round. So those will be 3 positions I'd need to sort out. And then who else? That's it, really. So if things go according to what the predictions are, I will have 3 positions to sort out in terms of players who've been eliminated. But if things go like wrong, then Dortmund get eliminated. I'll have 2 other players to take out there. But there's 5 transfers next time round, so that's great. Whom to choose between Saliba and Gabriel if to pick one? If I was to say one who's going to start, I'd say Saliba is going to play. Now, the last time we played PSV last season in a dead rubber game, Gabriel played 1 half, and I think Saliba played 1 half. So could that happen again? Now, the thing with us, we have a lot of left-sided center backs and full backs. Zinchenko, Tierney, Kivio, but you don't have too many on the right side. So I feel like Saliba is going to start, but Gabriel is not going to. But I'll be very happy if they both don't start. I have Gabriel in my team, but I don't expect him to start, really. Then to sum up, Bastoni to Alexandro to Denzel. Then to sum up, Bastoni to Alexandro to Denzel, and then Usman to Yamal, and Karim to Gabriel Magalhaes. So you've already made those transfers, so Bastoni out, okay? That's Denzel, Dumfries, Dembele to Yamal, and Adeyemi to Gabriel Magalhaes. Oh, Gabriel Martinelli, sorry. That's not bad. Martinelli coming to your team, Dumfries, Yamal. That sounds good to me. You bring in an Arsenal attacker, you bring in an Inter Milan defender. That's not bad to me. That sounds good. Saliba to White then. Yeah, I would probably do that transfer. I think Ben White will start. Hi, Glenn. Have Lautaro. How are you, Ezra? Have Lautaro, Bastoni, Neuer, Emiliano, Mbappe, all doubts what to do. Emiliano Martinez has been training. I think he will play. Although the other goalkeeper did okay in the first leg. What's his name? Olsen. They're saying so. Let me give you the latest news that we have. So Barcelona team news is out. Szczesny is the goalkeeper. Balde, Araujo, Martinez, Pedri, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Yamal, Olmo, De Jong, and Koundé. I'm hoping Olmo doesn't punish me because I've taken him out of my team. And then do I have to give you guys the bench, the likes of Ansu Fati and those guys? I was thinking about bringing Koundé into my team as well. So if you have extra transfers and you're thinking about a defender to bring in, probably Koundé from Barcelona. According to predicted lineups, they're saying that Raya will start, Gabriel will start, Odegaard will start, Trossard will start. I don't think that is going to happen. It will be absolutely crazy if both Odegaard and Gabriel and Saliba started, all 3 of them. I don't think so. They're predicting Saliba to be benched, Merino to be benched, Nwaneri to be benched. It's very tough to know, but personally, don't think Gabriel and Saliba both start. I don't think Odegaard should start. He doesn't get any other opportunity to rest at all. And even if a couple of these players start, they're going to be subbed off at halftime. So that is another danger. The only players I can tell you are going to play most of the game are Ben White and Martinelli and maybe Sterling. Madrid's team is out as per usual. Courtois, Valverde, Asensio, Rudiger, Mendy, Camavinga, Tchouameni, Bellingham, Rodrigo, Mbappe, Vinicius. And then any more team news? Almost starts. Yep. Liverpool, they're predicting Salah, Van Dijk, Nunes, and Alexander-Arnold to start. They're predicting Szoboszlai and Gakpo to be on the bench. De Vrij is expected to start. According to Dortmund coach, Gittens and Brandt could potentially be dropped because of poor form. So if you have Gittens from Dortmund, be careful with that one. Inter Milan are predicting Bastoni, Lautaro Martinez, and Barella to be benched. Sommer, Dumfries, Çalhanoğlu to start. And if you can afford Çalhanoğlu, we can go for him because he's usually on penalties when he starts. And then for Bayern Munich, they're predicting Neuer not to start. Upamecano, Kim, Olise, Musiala, Kane, all to start. Vats is out. And then, those are most of the players that people have. If you want differentials from Inter Milan, someone like an Augusto at left wing back, I don't think many people have him. So from your team, Ezra, Lautaro is not starting. Bastoni is not starting. Mbappe will start for sure. Neuer, doubt. So if you still have your 3 transfers, I would take out Lautaro. I would take out Bastoni. Definitely bring in Dumfries or De Vrij, one of them that you prefer. And then goalkeeper. Who's the other goalkeeper? Usually, if you have other problems around your team, you can just play with one goalkeeper. You don't have to have 2 goalkeepers, especially, let's say, if Ezra's case, he had Lautaro, he also had Bastoni, and he also had Vats. I would sort out those transfers first and then just play with one goalkeeper. But if you want 2 goalkeepers and you want to take the gamble on, Martinez is the other goalkeeper. He's even written there. So since Martinez and Neuer were both doubts, I would potentially take out Neuer just in case both of them end up not starting. I would take out Neuer, take out Bastoni, and take out Lautaro. Keep Martinez and Mbappe. Hello, Glenn. Thoughts on Nuno Mendes to Davies, Bacola to Rogers, and Martinez to Sommer. How are you? I immediate Martinez to Sommer for sure. Even if Sommer wasn't starting today, he's going to be back in the team next in the quarterfinal. But yeah, that's a transfer to make. Sommer is starting. Bacola to Rogers sounds good against Club Brugge, and Mendes to Davies, like Alphonso Davies. I don't think that transfer is a must, but if you don't have any other problems in your team, then you can do it. The other 2, for sure. You have Gabriel also. My goodness. Okay, if you have Gabriel also. Oh, that's a tricky one then. Then you don't have to worry about Mbappe. Forget about Mbappe. Mbappe stays in the team. Martinez is training. So this was reported yesterday. Martinez did not train yesterday. That is Lautaro Martinez. And it's been predicted not to start. But Emiliano Martinez has trained today. Gabriel. I have Gabriel in my team. But I don't want him to start at all. There's so many other defenders who can start, and PSV are not going to score 8 goals. So first of all, just take out Bastoni. That is the first transfer you make. Then Lautaro Martinez, second transfer you make. And then can you make those 2 transfers first, Ezra? Those 2 transfers, Bastoni and Lautaro. And then if you're to push me for a third one, I would take out Gabriel. That's what I'd do. And then I'd just gamble on Martinez starting. Maybe Bastoni to Dumfries. Yep, that is one I'll do for sure. That's what I've done. Johnny says Chesney, Debo, Dumfries, White for Gabriel, Stotterbeck, Disasi for Grimaldo, Rafinha, Yamal, Salah, Dembele, Musiala, Girassi, Alvarez, Lewandowski. So forward line is okay. Musiala, Dembele, Salah, Yamal, Rafinha. I've gone heavy on Barcelona. That's okay. Stotterbeck, Disasi, White, Dumfries. I think most of those players will start. Yeah, I think all of them will start. So yeah, so you've only made 2 transfers. So your team is okay, Johnny. Your team is totally fine. You don't have too many headaches there, especially if you take out Gabriel and yeah, you don't have too many headaches in your team. Rafinha, captain. Yeah, he's delivered for me the 2 times he's played against Benfica. Going to keep it on him. Lewandowski is also a good option, but for me, I'm sticking with Rafinha. Let's hope for 20 plus. Hopefully, Olmo will punish you. I have a bad feeling as well, but that's the only way. That's the only player I could have taken out to afford Dumfries and Sommer, and I had to bring them in because the 2 Inter Milan defenders I have are not going to play. Martinelli didn't start last match. Will he start today? Tomorrow? Yes, he will start. I'm saying yes very confidently, but you never know with Arteta, but he has to start. We don't have too many other options up front. I think Saka will be back after the international break. Then at that point, maybe you have a few different options. But yeah, Martinelli will start, but I don't think he'll play like 90 minutes. He could play like 65, 70 because he's also coming back from injury. Arnold to keep or risking? No, you can keep Trent. Real post their team news like hours before the match, even 2 days before. Crazy. I think Ancelotti doesn't care. He's like, yeah, I mean, we're still going to beat you anyway. That's what he thinks. Even if I release the team news doesn't help you, we're still going to win. All transfers done and dusted. Captain Rafinha. It's great finishing the transfers earlier, right? Not worrying until the final minute. Hat-trick incoming, hopefully. Ezra says Emiliano. What about Emiliano? I would keep Emiliano because he trained today. This is the first season I have 3 Barcelona players for so long. Yeah, you don't hear about Real Madrid fans having Barcelona players that much. In FPL, I've not had a Man United player for 3 seasons now. Not even once. Not because I hate them or anything, but because like they've not been great. So I never picked their players. This season, I've not had a Chelsea player, and I've had a Tottenham player at the beginning of the season, Pedro Porro. Yeah, that's it. I've not had Man United and Chelsea players in my team. For Man United, I think it's a bit of them not being that great and also a bit of hate for them. I don't have their players in FPL at all. Who should I captain? Rafinha versus Salah? I'd go for Rafinha for sure. Salah struggled last time against PSG, but he's obviously on penalties. So if they get that, captain Salah only in FPL, and you see lots of other options. I agree. But Salah is not a bad option. Giza is not a bad option. If you go for Salah, I mean, it's still Salah. He can still obviously score an assist. He's about to break every record this season. But yeah, luckily it's the first day, so you have other options for tomorrow. Depends on what your prediction is, Giza. So let me give you guys my predictions. For today, I think Barcelona will beat Benfica 3-1. So 3-1 there to Barcelona. That will mean Barcelona win 4-1 on aggregate. I've gone for Bayern Munich to beat Leverkusen by 2-1, so that will make it 5-1 on aggregate. Inter Milan to beat Feyenoord 2-0, so a comfortable win there for Inter Milan over both legs. I've gone for Liverpool 2, PSG 2, but Liverpool will go through on aggregate 3-2. I think this time PSG will score those chances if they get them. I've gone for Lille 1, Dortmund 1, so extra time there. And then I'd say Dortmund wins on penalties. Ray, I'm sorry, I've gone for Atletico Madrid 2, Real Madrid 1, but that will mean extra time, and then I think Real Madrid will win it on penalties. So Real Madrid will still go through there on penalties. And then Aston Villa 3, Club Brugge 1, another comfortable win for Aston Villa. That will be like 6-2 on aggregate. And then Arsenal 3, PSV 0. Last week I went for Arsenal 1, PSV 1. It was 7-1. So this time I'm going to go for 3-0. It depends. If PSV don't bring their players at all and Arsenal just rotate everyone, it could be a boring 1-0 or something. But you're just going to go for a 3-0 win there. Doesn't matter how that game goes, really. So you're just hoping for a clean sheet if you have an Arsenal defender and an attacking player if you have goals if you have an attacking player from Arsenal. So those are the predictions. So if those predictions help your question, Gizo, I think both by Barcelona and Liverpool will both get at least 2 goals today. Best Inter Milan defender in case of getting assists or goals, Dumfries for sure. Best goalkeeper for tomorrow except Raya. Usually for these questions, FIFA Bots it's that question could also usually be DiMarco, but those players are out. But right now the players who are available, Dumfries. Best goalkeeper for tomorrow except Raya. For tomorrow, probably Emiliano Martinez. If he starts, I think he will. Imagine Sterling scoring and assisting. I just need just anything, Ray. Even a good pass to the box, just anything. 3 points, I'm hoping. At least an assist for something. Surely, if PSV especially don't play their players, come on, man. Will Zinchenko play? I think he will, Leo. I think he will. If you don't have any other gambles in your team, any other differentials, he could be because he's defending the game, and if he plays, he's going to play in midfield. I have him starting in midfield personally next to Nwaneri and Partey. So if he does start in midfield and he's a defender, that could help in terms of attacking points. Disasi or White for Hakimi or no changes? Disasi or White for Hakimi. I mean, if you can go for White for Hakimi, no problem. I would. I'm leaning towards 60% White for Hakimi, 40% just keep Hakimi. Whom to choose between Mbappe and Guirassy? I'd go for between the two, probably Mbappe. If Martinelli doesn't start, I'm going for England. I'll hunt in your dreams. No, I think he will start. There's players there that have played too many games, especially Timber. There's no way Timber should not start at all. Like if you have Timber in this game, Timber should not start at all. Now, the thing I'll add on Martinelli Ray, I think Martinelli is 1 yellow card away from a suspension. So I think if Martinelli picks up a yellow card, he's going to be out for the next game, which I also don't think is great at all. We don't have enough attackers to play against Real Madrid if you're going to be in the next round. So that's the other risk. I'm pretty sure I saw that time. I'm pretty sure it's Martinelli and someone else. Is it Sterling or someone? I think also Sterling is on. So both of them need to be careful. There is no need of picking up a yellow card in this game. Even if someone punches you, just let them punch you. Just don't even return. So that's an added watch out, Ray. That's an added watch out for that. So maybe I don't know if Atab is aware of that and decides not to play them, but surely not. Trossard has played way too many games. Odegaard has played way too many games. And for fitness, this is a good game to bring back Martinelli. Do you think Gabriel will start tomorrow? Says Abhishek. That one is, you know how I think it's going to happen? I want Saliba to play 45 minutes. I want Gabriel to stay back in his house and not even come to the Emirates Stadium at all. But I think Atita could start Gabriel and then bring Saliba on at halftime or something. Like there's no need of both of them playing. I had 3 other problems in my team. I had to take out Martinez because he's not going to play. I had to take out Bastoni because he's not going to play. And then I had to get an Arsenal attacker. So I had to take out Olmo for Sterling. Now, if I had an extra transfer, I would take out Gabriel. I'm just leaving him there because I'm happy to play with 14 players if Gabriel doesn't play. I'm happy to stay with 14 players because I know Gabriel is going to play the quarterfinal. Lautaro starting? Nope. Saho is not playing. He didn't train yesterday. Same, I never had any United player, but I have 3 Chelsea players and it's tough. I've not had a Chelsea player this whole season, including Palm. We're going to win this game for our daughter that passed away. I heard about that. I'm sorry about that one. Have to get rid of Palmer. Is dead weight. I missed a penalty, surprising 2-1. Interesting. Yeah, but you'll still win on penalties though. Raya or Sommer? Sommer. Inter Milan are just clean sheet machines. Best captain for today: Rafinha and Salah. Baron. Rafinha, Salah, Lewandowski. Japan, and they have so many great ones. Ray, like I had to like choose which ones I wanted. They have like 20 good designs. Like if you're ready, you can like buy all 20 of them right away. Arnold safety pick, I'd say yes. Disas is actually chosen by 0%, so it's a massive differential. I think he will play. They don't have too many other options as well. Will Asensio start? He trained today as well alongside Emiliano Martinez. That's a risk, though, I think. But the thing with Asensio, FIFA about Aston Villa not playing this weekend in the Premier League, they already played that game against Liverpool before. So I was going to say they don't need to play him in the Premier League, but I think Asensio potentially comes off the bench. I think he comes off the bench for like 30 minutes or something. Depends on how their coach approaches it. If he wants to rest the players who are going to go for international break, because Asensio is not going to go for the international break, I think he's going to play at least 30 minutes. Starting, not sure. It's risky. In terms of Disasi starting, I think Disasi will start. Risking, I mean, depending on how many other differentials you have, Johnny. So in my case, since I have players like Sterling, I can't also bring in Disasi and then bring in Asensio. Those are too many differentials in one team, especially if they, and then I bring in Zinchenko, too many differentials. You can afford one or two differentials in your team, not more than that. Not more than that. So depending on how the rest of your team is, John, you sent the rest. You sent your team earlier. Did you send your team earlier? Can't see it. I'm having Chinese for dinner. Interesting. I just had pizza. A mixture of barbecue steak and pepperoni. Rank the best 5 defenders. Dumfries, De Vrij, Augusto. Those are 3 Inter Milan ones. Schlotterbeck and you know what I'd do? I'm going to tell you 4 Inter Milan defenders. I'm not kidding you. They're all the others they could score. So, okay. Now let me not do 4. So let me say Dumfries, De Vrij, Augusto, and then I'm gonna say Koundé from Barcelona, and then I'm going to say Ben White from Arsenal. Those are the 5 for this match day. Yep, Koundé. You read my mind, Johnny, and I don't like the way Johnny's reading my mind. Just like last week, he's scaring me. I have one differential, Julian Alvarez. I mean, yeah, if you can bring in Koundé, see me support, go for it, man. Koundé is not a bad option at all, and he's starting. I want to check one thing on Koundé, Johnny. I want to check the ball recoveries, and then I come to Baron's question. Where is let me see how many ball recoveries Koundé usually has. Koundé. Let's check the ball recoveries. 42 ball recoveries this season. Last game he had 6 ball recoveries against Benfica. 2, 3, 5, 4, 6. So not that many in terms of ball recoveries, in terms of Koundé, Johnny. So if you're hoping for a clean sheet really from Koundé, that's what you're hoping for. If he doesn't get a clean sheet, you're only going to really get maybe 3 points from him, 3-4 points. Let me check Disasi. I know he's not played that many Champions League games. He only joined recently. Defender. Coming to your question, Baron. Here's Disasi. There you go. How many ball recoveries did he have? He had 6 ball recoveries in 64 minutes. Okay. So not that big of a difference. So I'd potentially lean towards Koundé for your question, Johnny. We're getting closer to the deadline, 35 minutes to go. Baron says, my team is Lewandowski, Kane, Vinicius, Rafinha, Musiala, Dembele, Odegaard, Timber. My God, Timber. I do not want to see Timber playing that game at all. That guy is coming from an ACL injury, and we've played him every single minute this. He needs to be benched for this one. Ben White starts for me. But you know what Timber said last time? He said because he's affiliated to Ajax, he wants to play this second leg as well and score another goal against PSV because he used to play for Ajax. So we'll have to play him because he shouldn't play, man. He's also on a yellow card. If he gets a yellow card, he gets suspended for the next game. It is not worth it at all. Upamecano, Hakimi, Schlotterbeck, Gabriel, Donnarumma, Trubin. You have 3 Arsenal players. Baron, you had Odegaard. You're so lucky, man. The guy had like 20 points or something. Lewandowski, your forward line, no problem. Those Arsenal players scare me, though. There could easily be a chance all 3 of them don't start. I would take out Timber for Ben White. I don't know how much you have, but Timber for Ben White. I know Timber is cheap and Ben White is more expensive in the game, right? So why am I confusing that? I think Ben White is more expensive. Yeah, Timber is 4.4, Ben White is 5. Yeah, it's 1 million more. Wow. So it depends on what your budget is, Baran. Ben White is 1 million more than Timber. Pamecano, Hakimi, Schlotterbeck, Gabriel. Surely Timber does not start. We have Chelsea this weekend. He's played way too many games. I'd do Timber for Ben White if you can afford him. Odegaard is a funny one. Odegaard is not 100% that he doesn't play. What have you been thinking first, Brian? Let me know what you're thinking in terms of this. That is very hard. I don't want to tell you take out all 3 Arsenal players and then all 3 of them start. I don't think Timber will start. Gabriel, it's a 50-50. Odegaard, I think there's a chance he could start. Thank you, coach, as well, as always. Pavard starting according to predictions, yes. Watkins, good option to pick. Yes, I wanted to pick him, but I had other problems in my team. How many players have you've got for each day, Glenn? My proposition, proposition. Where did I get the word proposition? My proportion is making me nervous, but most players want to play today. How many I have? So you don't like the balance you have in your team. Today I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 players playing today, 7 tomorrow. Who did you bring in? The transfers are scrolling down the bottom. I brought in Sommer, Dumfries, and Sterling. No Kunde, no, because I've already picked 4 Barcelona players. You already have 4. My God, Johnny really believes in his team. I'd go for Disasi, Johnny. Don't overthink it. If you thought about Disasi, just go for him. How is it going? And I'm going good. Taz is going good. Best Arsenal defender for this week after Ben White. Okay, now you're really pushing FIFA bots. Now you're really putting me in a tough position after Ben White. I cannot tell you that answer at all. I want Lewis Kelly to start at left back. I've seen people saying it's going to be Tierney. I've seen people saying it's going to be Kivio. Oh, that is so tough. That is so tough. I don't think there's a best one after that. All the others are rotation risks. FIFA bots, all the others are rotation risks. Who do I think is going to start? I have a feeling Lewis Kelly is going to start. But it's, again, very tricky. Baron says just using my luck. I don't see any other problems in your team. Lisa, Timber. Definitely take out Timber. How much money do you have in the bank, man? Take out Timber. And maybe Gabriel and Odegaard might still play. The ones I think are not going to play are players like Timber, players like that, depending on how it approaches. And for our team news, it doesn't ever leak until the next day. Is there any more news? Is there anyone who's going for 4 defenders or 3 defenders from Inter Milan? You want to double up on Arsenal's defense. And the problem is that Ray and some are playing the same day. The problem with the differential as well, FIFA bots, is Tierney might start but get subbed off in the 56th minute. It doesn't even get to the 60th minute. That's another problem. So Kivio might play. If you don't have any other differentials, you can try Kivio. If you don't have any other differentials in your team, that's the only one I can give to you after Ben White, because Gabriel and Saliba, it's very tricky to know. And I think if Kivio starts, it doesn't get subbed off. But if the others start, Gabriel and Saliba, they could get subbed off. It's a tricky one. I wish you just knew which players were going to start. It would be so easy to pick. For me, I've just gone for 2 Arsenal players, and I think one of them is not going to play. So if we rotate the defense too much, PSV might still get a goal. In my lineup, I have Calafiori, Lewis Kelly, Saliba, and Ben White. We have around 25 minutes remaining until the deadline, just 25 minutes. Not too much to get your team sorted. Let me check if there's any more team news again. I just hope Olmo doesn't punish me, man. Really hoping not. Nothing much, really. I wish Inter Milan were playing like the... Okay, at least we get some team news from Inter Milan. I wish Arsenal was playing the first game today. That would have really helped. Bastoni to Dumfries for -4. Oh my goodness, I hate -4s. I really hate -4s. I hate taking hits in Champions League. How many points are you gaining now? If you bring in Dumfries for -4, Inter Milan have to get a clean sheet, and you're hoping for at least 8 points from Dumfries to gain 4 points. I don't like -4s at all. If it's the point where I have to take a -4, I'll just keep Bastoni in the team. I don't like -4s in the Champions League, especially now in the round of 16. Buy one, Kim or Davis. I want to sell Nuno Mendes. I have a Kimi. You want to sell Nuno? I'd go for Kim with the ball recoveries. Good luck to you too, Johnny. I'd buy Kim because of the ball recoveries. Ayomide. Ball recovery. Kim is a ball recovery magnet. I wish Arsenal were playing the first game, and then Barcelona and Inter Milan later today would have been more perfect for sure. Stopped watching football, Johnny. Stopped watching football. Our Premier League season is over. From the time we didn't sign a player in January, it's like they gave up on the season. It's like they thought Liverpool already like 10 points ahead. This one is done already this season. Let's just look forward to next season. Yeah, we don't have enough attacking options, even if they played with Casemiro at centre back, even if they played with Eriksen at centre back, it's a problem. If you park the bus against us, you're going to beat us. If you open up the game against us, you're going to score against you. But if you just park the bus, the way United did in the first half, or Everton do, West Ham, those teams. I have 3 free transfers. I want to do Bakola to Rogers. I have Dembele, Martinez to Sommer, Nuno Mendes to Kim. Then I have Schlotterbeck, Bastoni. No, if that's the case, Ayomide, for me, I usually try to sort out the problems first. And the problems in your team are Martinez to Sommer. That's a problem that you need to solve. Bastoni is a problem you need to solve. So you solve the problems first. And then I'd choose one to remove between Bakola and Nuno Mendes. I'd not take a minus for it, because unless the only way you can be pushed to have a minus is if you have like 5 or 6 players not playing. But in your case, that's not the case. You need to take out the problems first, Bastoni and Martinez, and then you choose one between Mendes and Bakola to remove from your team. Remaining players: Mbappe, Lewandowski, Guirassy, Dembele, Olise, Salah, Rafinha, Kimmich, Konde, Schlotterbeck, and Bastoni. A player like Mendes or Bakola, I can just skip one of them for this match day. It's not like completely guaranteed, like they're not going to do anything in this game. My prediction for that game is 2-2. Bakola had a lot of chances in the first leg, so you're hoping if he does get those chances again, he does score. Do you think Madrid will park the bus? Real Madrid? No. Atletico Madrid, the way they played since back in the day, we would struggle to score against Atletico. No, that's the problem we have here. Real Madrid is obviously Champions League experts. So you'd say, oh my goodness, no, we don't want to play Real Madrid. But again, when you think about it, Atletico Madrid, in terms of defensively since back in the day, I don't know if you're going to score. So you could actually argue that Atletico Madrid would be tougher for us, Johnny. At least we could maybe score a goal against Real Madrid if they, play the attacking football as always. But with Atletico, it's tough. They won't pack the bus, though. I don't think they'll trash us, though. I think if we played Real Madrid, what I think could happen, maybe a 1-1 draw, and then they beat us at their place. That's what I think could happen. Currently on 81K, need a green arrow. Okay, so you need a green arrow. Okay, I hear you need like differential, but a -4 is already putting you back. So maybe take out Mendes for Kim. I would keep Bakola and then hope for a high scoring game there. And a pass says, should I transfer out? Clearly, you're a goal fan, are you? Should I transfer out Dembele or Olmo for Odegaard? I have Lewandowski and Rafinha already. Should I transfer out Dembele or Olmo for Odegaard? Like you bring Odegaard to your team. Oh, I don't like that at all. You might get rested. But who would I have transferred out? Dembele from those two. I took out Olmo though for Sterling. So if you want to go with what I did personally, but for me, I removed Olmo and kept Dembele. But when I did that transfer, it was yesterday, there was reports saying Olmo might not start. So that's why I just did it quickly. Now Olmo is starting. What about Calafiori? I think between him and Lewis Kelly, one of them is going to play. I want both of them to play. I want Calafiori to start as a centre back in this one. Bakola might score. I mean, if he gets the same chances, then hopefully. Harry Kane will win the Bundesliga's first cup. Finally, man. He's wasted all his career at Tottenham. This time they'll win it. And then next quarterfinal between Inter Milan and Bayern Munich will be very interesting. I don't know, will we still have all these Inter Milan defenders when they play Bayern Munich next match day? That will be interesting. And there is no Champions League until like 1 month from now. So there's an international break for 2 weeks. And then obviously that other week after international break, there's no Champions League. So it's 4 weeks from now. That's when you're going to get our new next Champions League. Is Asensio starting? Real Madrid Asensio? Yes. Aston Villa Asensio? I don't think so. Tottenham clumsy-ish club, says Johnny. Very, very terrible club. With a chicken in their logo. Should I replace Grimaldo, assuming Leverkusen will be eliminated? Says Liad. Now, if you don't have any other problems in your team, you can start building towards the quarterfinal. You're going to get 5 transfers next match day. So it's not like a scenario where you're like in an emergency where you're thinking, oh my goodness, I have like 6 players who could be eliminated. I need to start taking at least a couple of them out right now. If you don't have too many problems in your team and most of your players are going to be in the quarterfinal anyway, I would keep Grimaldo. I'll just keep Grimaldo because it depends whether Bayern are not going to attack that match. And if they need to attack Leverkusen, which they do, then the likes of Grimaldo have to push forward. So I'll just keep him. I think it was last season or 2 seasons ago, a couple of big teams were eliminated. And then I went to the quarterfinal with like 9 players. So I had like to take out 5 players and then leave one on the bench who had already been eliminated. De Vrij is shown doubtful in the web. Yeah, but they've just said that he's going to start. The web, they take too much time to update. Who are you gonna captain? I'm going to Rafinha for sure. Watkins or Griezmann or Alvarez? Watkins. Or Taremi Watkins. From those ones, Watkins. Easier game, easier team. I'd go for Aston Villa. For Watkins and Aston Villa. So reminder of my predictions again. I've gone for Barcelona to win 3-1, Bayern Munich to win 2-1, Inter Milan to win 2-0, Liverpool to draw 2-2 with PSG, Lille 1-1 with Dortmund, Atletico Madrid to beat Real Madrid 2-1, Real Madrid to go through on penalties, Aston Villa to beat Club Brugge 3-1, Arsenal 3-0 against PSV. So that will mean Barcelona go through, Bayern go through, Inter Milan go through, Liverpool go through, Dortmund to win on penalties, Real Madrid go through, Aston Villa go through, Arsenal go through. That will mean next round it's going to be Arsenal, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Dortmund. Very interesting. What do you think of the new Old Trafford? It's like a circus. They want to. It's always been a circus the last 10 years, to be honest, Johnny. They want to build a new stadium. Oh, the new Old Trafford. I know what you mean. With the net and everything, it's funny. The new stadium. It's gonna have 100,000 though. They're gonna make a lot of money from tickets if they manage to build 100,000 seater stadium. I mean, the perfect stadium for clans, Johnny. Right? If there's any Man United fans in the chat. They almost beat us, though, to be fair. Arsenal Stadium is better. Yeah, I think we built ours too early. I think if you were to ask Arsenal right now, they would say they want to build another stadium with like 80,000, 90,000. But yeah, it's very tough to start building another stadium. It takes away a lot from the budget, and you already experienced that for like 5 years. So whom to captain if targeting the match between Liverpool and PSG? Salah. Under par, my midfield right now is Olmo, Dembele, Salah, Rogers, or Rafinha. Should I transfer anyone? My rank is 7K. Salah, no. Rafinha, no. Rogers, no. Dembele, Olmo. Not really. No one really stands out there to be transferred out. Who do you have in your front line, though? If you go through Saka could be back for that Real Madrid game, I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy. I was already happy to not have Saka at all this season if we were going to go out to the Champions League. Lewandowski, Vinicius, Guirassy. So yeah, you don't have too many problems in your team. So I just keep it the same. I'm sure you have problems in defense, though. Surely you have one or a couple of players who are not going to start. Anthony now is playing well in Betis. Rashford is playing well for Aston Villa as well. He's shining. Anthony is really shining. He got a red card. He scored. He assisted a lot of times. So I don't think you're going to get any more team news between now and the deadline. Liverpool have another good game on the weekend. They have a final on the weekend. But I think most of their players will just play. Surely they're not going to win all 3 trophies. I've predicted Liverpool 2, PSG 2 today, but I mean, never know. You never know. If Liverpool beat PSG, I think they're going to beat Aston Villa. So that means they're in the semi-final of the Champions League. Bastoni, Michaela, Grimaldo, Schlotterbeck, and Dumfries. So Bastoni out for De Vrij. Yep. Okay, so in your case, underpass. So since you don't have any other problems on the forward areas, I'd maybe start building towards the next round. So I'd, yes, take out Bastoni. And then in your case, I'd take out Michaela for someone else. Now there, in your case, since you don't have any other problems, there is when I could now try a differential defender, maybe a QV or something from Arsenal or something like that, or Ben White if you can afford him for Michaela. But you'll need like an extra 1 million there. Alpha, how are you? Hey, I wanted to ask, what do you think of Thuram or Martinez for Guirassy? Odegaard for Salah? Martinez is not predicted to play, so that is a no. Thuram for Guirassy, Odegaard for Salah. Odegaard for Salah would do it. Thuram for Guirassy. Thuram for Guirassy. I wouldn't really do that. I'd keep Guirassy also because of the amount of people who have Guirassy. If he scores, then you're going to be losing rank. If Liverpool packs the bus like last week, maybe pass PSG. Now they're not going to pack up the bus in a home game though. Last week it was crazy. Last week PSG should have won like 5-1. I think it's going to be different though at Anfield. Kim and Cobble, safe to pick? I'd say yes. Want Michaela Schlotterbeck, Vats to Trent, Rogers, Kim. Michaela Schlotterbeck, Vats to Trent, Rogers, Kim. Vats to Rogers sounds good to me. Michaela to Kim sounds good to me. Schlotterbeck to Trent. I know you need to get money, but yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm happy with that. Although I'm a fan of keeping Schlotterbeck, but I guess you needed to get money or something. Or you just want Trent in your team, okay. I have 7.9 million left for a defender. You are rich, bro. You are rich. 7.9 million remaining. I had to get money from somewhere just to get Dumfries. I had a debt of 1 million. I had to take out Olmo for Sterling. That's who I can afford. 7.9 million in the bank for a defender. You've said, have you already brought in the De Vrij? The 7.9 million is before you bring De Vrij or after you bring in De Vrij? And we also have just 10 minutes to go in the to the deadline. Salah differential captain. Is it really differential? I think a lot of people might have him captain. I think there's still a lot of casuals who like just know Salah captain for sure. They don't really look at the likes of Rafinha and those other guys. Yeah, bought De Vrij already. Okay, so if you have De Vrij and then you have Grimaldo and Schlotterbeck and Dumfries, I'd bring in Ben White, I'd bring in Ben White to your team. You don't have any Arsenal coverage, right? Yeah. So I'd bring Ben White as the right back and then hope for a clean sheet and hopefully an assist or something. Best Aston Villa defender for differential. I still stick with Disasi. Evan and their mother on Rafinha captain. The ones who really play like seriously, like most of us, but there's some casuals that just throw Salah. There's some people just know it's Salah, it's Salah, it's Salah. FPL, it's Salah. AFCON, it's Salah. World Cup, it's Salah. Everything is Salah. Depending on how many dead accounts are there as well. There's some people who maybe didn't check their team and they still had Salah as captain. But the ones who are actively playing like we are, Rafinha will be captained by many. So less than 10 minutes to go. My team is already finalized. Rafinha captain today. If Rafinha doesn't deliver today, then I don't like Mbappe and Guirassy for captaincy. I don't know why. I'm not even date. If I had Watkins, it'd be the one who I'd be captaining tomorrow. No, I'm not going to captain Sterling. I can't go crazy like that. If I imagine if I captain Sterling, goodness me. If I captain Sterling tomorrow and then he got like 1 point or 0 points, I need to be arrested because people will be like, what else did you expect? But if I captain Sterling and then he scored and assisted tomorrow, I need to be knighted because he's done nothing like that the whole season. We're in April. We're going to April now. I don't have too many other options tomorrow apart from Guirassy, Mbappe, and Sterling. So I might be forced to captain a Guirassy or someone. But hopefully, I don't have to worry about that. Hopefully, Rafinha delivers today. Barcelona and Benfica about to kick off. I can see Odegaard training hard. Does that mean he's going to start? Ben White is training hard as well. I think he's going to start tomorrow. You have 5 minutes to get in your last questions. So there's no other news online. So I think now it's time to finalize your team. Can't wait for the Barcelona game. It's always been played at the same time with like Arsenal and all that. I've not been able to sit down and watch a Champions League Barcelona game. I like the one I did against Benfica last time, the 5-4. If almost scores, man, goodness me. The only other player I was considering taking out was Guirassy, so I could afford to bring in Dumfries and Sommer, but I settled on Olmo. If he scores, man, nightmare. So let's see whether my Arsenal lineup will be accurate for tomorrow. So I said I think Gabriel and Saliba could play. I think Gabriel will play 45 minutes. Saliba might not play. Said Zinchenko could start in midfield. I said Ben White will definitely start and Martinelli will definitely start on the right side, both of them. And Trossard up front, Sterling on the left. Let's see. I ended up with Kunde. I support Liverpool and don't trust Arsenal. I understand, man. Congratulations on winning the league. We made it so easy for you guys. Would also have Lille and Dortmund instead of one of the Madrid teams next round. Would also have Lille, Dortmund instead of one of the Madrid teams next round. So what do you mean? Would also have Lille or Dortmund instead of one of the Madrid teams next round? Oh yeah, for sure. I'd rather have Lille for sure instead of. Oh wait. Okay, I hear you. Like next round. Okay. Yeah, so you're like building towards the quarter. I mean, you do get 5 transfers for the next match day though, so you'd be able to like sort that one out. But I get you. Barcelona do have the best fix, especially if they end up with Lille at home. Although Lille have beaten Atletico and Real Madrid this season already, it would be a better fixture, Barcelona against Lille, for sure. You're having 3 or 4 players. The thing is, the game, if Arsenal end up playing Atletico though under par, one of those games is going to end 0-0. The way Arsenal play, one of those games is going to end 0-0. So defensively, they have a problem. Attacking wise is where I have a problem. I'm at 8.6k in the world, so I'm trying to chase rank this week. I've gone for triple Barcelona attack, Salah captain, and double Inter defense. Hopefully, this differential is enough to gain some rank. Triple Barcelona attack, yeah, I'm happy with that. Salah captain. Okay, that was slight risk, Derek. Slight risk. If Salah has another performance like the one they did against PSG last week, and then Rafinha scores twice, that would be a problem. For Inter Milan, double defense, that's okay. If you really wanted to push, you'd go for triple. Julian says Sterling is starting. You should. We are 7-1 up, so that's the best chance of playing him. There's literally no need of playing players like Odegaard in that game. And that is basically the last chance for Sterling to play. There's no other many games remaining. Should I take Digne? I'm scared of the rotation with Digne, FIFA, but I'm really scared of the rotation with him. Should I put Sterling? Depending on the scenario of your team, I wanted to put players like Martinelli, but I couldn't afford them. So if you can afford Martinelli at 7.5, I'd go for Martinelli instead of Sterling. I went for Sterling because that's the one I could afford. Triple Barcelona in midfield, no Lewandowski. I'm a Liverpool fan, so I just want to back that to score as well. Yep, no problem. Just go for it. Are you watching Barcelona now? Yep. As soon as we finish the stream, I'll be watching Barcelona. I never miss Champions League games. Dara again, Dandapar. Come on, guys. Be satisfied with the Carabao Cup and the league. You don't have to win the Champions League as well. Come on. You know what I dreamt about, Johnny? I dreamt about Arsenal and Barcelona in another Champions League final. That scares me because you guys ruined my childhood back in 2006. That would be nice. But the deadline is almost hitting. 1 minute to go. Let us see how it goes. So quickly, let me finalize my predictions. Finally, Barcelona to go through, Bayern Munich to go through, Inter Milan to go through, Liverpool to go through, Dortmund to go through, Real Madrid to go through, Aston Villa to go through, Arsenal to go through. Let's see how it goes, guys. Good luck to everyone, and then I'll watch Liverpool later. We share stars. Andre, Kleb, Alex Song, Vermaelen. Who am I forgetting? Am I forgetting someone? I'm surely forgetting someone. Those are 4. I think Silvinho played for Barcelona. Wait, let's see how it goes. I think you guys go and enjoy your game. Johnny, you're probably going to score a lot of goals in the next few minutes. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you on the next one. David's played for Arsenal. Davids. Which Davids is that? Davids. Yes, Silvinho. Davids. Which Davids is that? I know Edgar Davids. Best of luck to you too, FIFA bots. Which Davies are you talking about before I end it? Edgar, no, he didn't play for Arsenal. But Silvino, yes. Catch up with you guys on the next one. Have good luck. As always, ask me any questions you want on this video for tomorrow's subs.